What up, what up? Say so G, back on the top, back on the video. So the title of this video is gonna be tips on how to grow your YouTube channel. So admin notes, thanks again to all subscribe to the channel. I definitely keep pushing you out. You leverage the better selves. So let's get into it. So tips on how to grow your YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go over a couple things here. Get my glasses here. As a caveat, it's December. It's the 29th, right? No, it's 30th. I'm sorry. It's the 30th of December of 2024. And it is 62 degrees outside right now in Virginia. How crazy is that? Global warming is real, y'all. It really is. But yeah, I'm gonna go over a couple of things that I did personally for my channel when it comes to growth. And then I'm gonna go over a couple of things that I actually typed down in my notes here on my phone to give you some more strategies on how to grow your YouTube channel. Because I think a lot of folks that watch YouTube right now are really seeing this wave of new content creators coming out and actually are creating channels, and some are getting growth, some are not getting growth. But I'm all for everybody to have growth, and I'm all for everybody to be able to be successful here on YouTube. I'm not the gatekeeper. I'm not going to sit here and try to like hold information and then nobody else is going to benefit from it. That sounds crazy to me, right? So in any case, so first thing you need to do obviously is create the channel in the first place. You cannot be a YouTuber and not have a channel, right? So you have to create the channel first. If you want to think about your niche or what you want your videos to be about, as far as like actually talking about a certain topic all the time, you can think about that later. I think some folks really believe that, you know, that you need to have everything set in place before you create your channel. It's a good thing that you do have that, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of folks that come up on YouTube don't have an idea what they want to do. They just come up here and they just start talking, right? And they find their niche and they find their way and they find their audience over time as they get up here on YouTube and actually talk about certain things. Now, as far as folks saying that you shouldn't come up here and ramble about random stuff over a period of a couple of videos or you know, or whatever videos you decide to make. I mean, the algorithm doesn't really like that. So I cannot disagree with that assessment. But at the end of the day, most of the videos you make when you first start YouTube, people are not going to see any damn way. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is that, you know, you gotta figure in your mind, right, that the first, I would say 20 to 50 videos you have on YouTube are not going to be seen, or they're not going to be the videos that give you growth. You're trying to be, you're trying to get used to YouTube. You're trying to get used to talking to an audience, right? So you're expecting followers to start seeing you and following you after the first 10 videos you make. Even if you are a person that is as a good speaker, you dress well, you look well, you articulate yourself well. Even with those aspects, nobody knows you on YouTube, right? Nobody. So unless you actually went out there and told somebody or told people about your YouTube channel, which they might not see anyway, they might even watch you, you know what I'm saying? But let's say hypothetically you tell a couple folks that you got a YouTube channel. They're gonna be the only ones that see you on video because the algorithm doesn't even know you yet. So they're not gonna. So the algorithm of YouTube is not gonna push your video out to anybody else that's considered a stranger. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube does not know you. So you're expecting the first 10 videos to be seen by people is not realistic. You're expecting the first 20 videos that you make out of YouTube on YouTube is not realistic. So just understand that basically I'm not trying to call your first videos throwaway videos, but at the end of the day, you're practicing on YouTube when you first come up here, right? So that's a tip for you. Don't make it seem like that the first 10 to 20, 30, even 50 videos you make is really important. You have to be extremely professional and all out there to, you know, to create those videos. Does not matter. You need to get your feet wet first on YouTube. Then you can start actually, you know, making sure, you know, you're at a certain place where it's not a lot of noise. You know, you put yourself maybe in an environment where you have a backdrop or something, whatever. But in the beginning, y'all, you're practicing. So, you know, it's no different than you being in front of a mirror and actually talking to yourself and actually seeing how you articulate yourself. The difference is you're actually on YouTube and you're uploading. That's the only difference. But those first couple of videos, or like I said, 10 videos, it's not realistic for you to think that folks are gonna be able to see those videos, because like for me, like I told y'all before up here, it took me 6 months to get my first follower. Now I had a handful of views, and what I mean by handful, I mean literally a handful of views. That's it. You know what I'm saying? 6 months before I actually started getting seen on YouTube by strangers. That's a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't quit. I would suggest you don't quit either, you know what I'm saying? Because depending on who you are as a person and how you articulate yourself and what your niche is, it might be a long time for somebody to see you on YouTube. So don't be concerned about the first few videos you make. Only be concerned about how you create those videos to get yourself better, right? As far as the camera you use, I use an iPhone, right? So let me show you something. I showed this in another video, but I'm gonna show you guys again for reference. So when you go to your iPhone, you click on video when you're about to make a video, right? So I know the sun is kind of crazy right now, but you see right here where it says 30. If you hit that, is it gonna focus? Did it turn to 60? Yeah, it turned to 60, yeah. So if you see that, it was 30 before, then it turned to 60. The sun's out, y'all, so my bad. So I know it's kind of crazy, but so going to 60 is going to give you a lot more range as far as like how your videos look. Even if it's dark outside, you know what I'm saying? Going from 30 to 60 is going to make a big difference as far as like how your video looks, right? And, you know, even though thumbnails, which we'll get into in a minute here, even though thumbnails are not that really important anymore, you know, the quality of the video, how it looks is important. It really is, you know what I'm saying? So even though folks may not be too concerned about your thumbnails, they are concerned about how your video looks, as far as like it looking grainy. You know, there's not enough lighting. You know, there might be a shadow on top of you, and you know, not really seeing that well during that time. I got a shadow on me right now, but it's very sunny outside, so it's not really a big difference. But you know, in a cloudy environment, that would be somewhat of a bit different, especially if there was some lighting somewhere and it was cloudy and it was a shadow over me. You would be barely able to see me, right? So you want to make sure that you actually are seen very well when you make these videos, right? So okay, thumbnails. Okay, I talked about thumbnails a couple times before. I'm not going to harp on it any more than what I already have. Thumbnails not very important right now. You can actually, like, you know, screenshot your part of your video and make that a thumbnail, which I do all the time. Matter of fact, I can show you this too. If folks don't understand or know how I make my thumbnails, because what happened is, if you never upload a video to YouTube, YouTube actually will, if you don't make a thumbnail, YouTube actually will randomly pick a part of your video and make that the thumbnail. And you might be looking crazy, you know what I'm saying, at the time that you actually the YouTube decides to choose that particular part of your video to make a thumbnail. Your tongue might be out, your eyes might be closed, you know what I'm saying? So normally what I'll do is I'll pull a video up. I'm not sure if I got a video saved on this phone. No, I don't got a video saved on this phone here. But what I do is I will, you know what, 1 minute. I don't got any videos up here. Hold on, y'all. You know, I be doing stuff in real time up here, right? No, I'm sorry, I do got a video up here. An older video that I made about early this month. Okay. So so this video right here is paused right now, right? Y'all see that? I know this sun is kind of crazy right now, so y'all forgive me. So I got this video paused right now, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this button. That's the top sound button to make the sound louder on your phone, on your iPhone, and then the lock button, right? You can hold that down for power as well. And I'm gonna screenshot. Not gonna hear the sound because I got my phone on silent. I just screenshot that still right there, right? So now I'm gonna go to my photos. I really didn't want to screenshot it that way, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. All right, so okay, so y'all see. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I'm not sure y'all can see that. So there's a couple of buttons down here, right? If y'all can see that. So basically there's a button down here beside the exclamation point. That's just an eye. Where you hit that, and you can pull up your adjust, filter, and your crop, right? At the very bottom. Those 3 buttons down there, right? So you can click crop, right? You can click crop, and you're going to basically crop that photo, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and crop the photo. Take out all this excess stuff that's in here, right? And I guess I'm gonna have to do a part 2 or whatever to this video because the video's going kind of long, but it's okay. Cause I'm still gonna get the information out here, okay? So now once I crop it, right, that's the photo right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go at the very top and click done. So now the photo is saved, okay? So now I'm gonna go back and hit that same button, right? It's like it's 3 lines right here. It's like you're toggling a soundboard or something, right? I'm gonna click those 3 lines, and I'm gonna hit filters. That's the middle one right there. Y'all see that? Filters at the very bottom. Hit that. Now that right there will pull up different colors or different shades you can actually do in your video, right? So now I'm gonna move it to vivid. So that gives it a little bit more of a, almost like a shiny look or something. And then they even have like vivid, warm, cool, dramatic. You can even get it to where it's black and white. Y'all can see that, right? So that's really how I do my thumbnails. I screenshot a part of the video, I crop it, save it, and then I go back in and I go into the filters. Then I actually click on those filters and actually choose a color I want for the video, and then I just save that. That's my thumbnail. All on my phone, no laptop. You know what I'm saying? I can do stuff on laptop, obviously, but I mean everything you can do, everything as far as editing on your videos, you can do literally from your phone. Even putting in captions, all these other things. That's the last thing I probably talk about when it comes to tips on how to grow a YouTube channel. So what I mean by captions, I mean you're editing the video that you made and you're actually putting captions under the video, right? Meaning that either you can actually caption it to where like there's closed captioning, where as you're talking, there's words at the bottom of the screen is actually like articulating and wording what you're saying, or you actually put captions that your word captionings emphasizing certain things you say in video. And what I would tell you is that for folks that are visually impaired or folks that don't know English that well, that caption at the very bottom of your videos that can help a lot of folks. I've seen where in my YouTube analytics where I have folks from Asian countries and folks from the UK and Canada that actually watch my videos in closed captioning because probably because of my accent, because I have a very strong Southern accent to a certain degree. I have a, the part of Virginia I'm from has a Southern accent because we're on the border of North Carolina, but we also have somewhat of a New York accent, so it's like meshed together. Sounds kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? But that's really what it is. But yeah, captioning your videos actually will help a lot, in my personal opinion. I know there's some folks, some YouTubers that don't do that, but that's an extra step you can take when you're starting off on YouTube, right? Now, once you get to a certain degree, when you get enough followers and you get monetized and you have a fan base, you have a following, then you can kind of like tweak around a little bit, whatever, and actually do certain things differently to see if you can get more followers and more subscribers. But in the beginning, what you're trying to do is actually get yourself out there and be seen. You got to be seen, you know what I'm saying? And the only way you can be seen is you do certain things on YouTube initially with your first type of videos, because what you're doing is you want to be seen by the algorithm first, not necessarily people. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's searching for you, right? Nobody's searching for you. They're only searching for content. So you want to put yourself out there as marketing for folks to see you. Only way you can do that for the most part, unless you tell somebody, is to have the algorithm be your marketer, right? And only way you can actually have the algorithm be the marketer is if you cater to the algorithm. And the algorithm wants information, right? It wants keywords, which I'll talk about in another video. It wants keywords. It wants hashtagging. It wants visual. It wants very visual videos. It wants videos that actually sound great and doesn't sound crazy, right? They want thumbnails to a certain degree. I know thumbnails for the most part is kind of generic right now, But I mean, even your thumbnails is an algorithm piece that YouTube's algorithm wants to see, right? So anyways, let me know what y'all know at the bottom of this video in the comments section below. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do another video about this because there's a couple things that I wrote down. I think I hit maybe, I don't know, I think I hit 3 things maybe. So, but you know, it's all good because I want to make sure that whatever I talk about when it comes to these videos, I'm giving y'all the best information possible. And only way I'm gonna do that is for me to able to articulate myself very well as for like how I'm going to explain these things. I don't want to like say something and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, say for 10 seconds, on to the next thing. No, I want folks to have context. You need to have context when you actually are looking at these things and executing these things, because if you don't, then your channel may be stagnant. And I don't want anybody's channel to be stagnant. I want everybody to grow on YouTube, just like I have, all right? So we may discuss the topic or something that benefits your channel. Email me SOG757@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Say SOG, signing out. I'm gone.